New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. And hello again, dear ones. Dr. Robert with you here. I am so excited to share some time with you. This is the Deep Within, the interview series, all part of the affiliated New Thought Network's summer conference and retreat. And sometimes it's called a family gathering, but that's not the official name. Anyway, I want to welcome today a very dear friend and a great colleague, Reverend Dr. Sharri McMurray, who you're going to hear about in a little bit here, is so instrumental to the success of this retreat. But before we get started, I just want to say, Dr. Sharri, welcome aboard. How are you, dear one?
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here. I'm always ready to talk about Anton.
Yeah, good. But before we talk about Anton, let's talk a little bit about you. Tell the folks at home a little bit about you and who you are in your ministry, and then we'll get into all the good Anton stuff.
All righty. Well, I was licensed and ordained by Centers for Spiritual Living, so I'm an ordained religious science minister, and I'm a focused minister, which means I don't have a pulpit, which doesn't mean I don't preach. It just means I don't stand on a stage and do it. My ministry is basically three things: education. I offer classes, and I work with Emerson Institutes to facilitate their classes and that sort of thing. I present retreats for organizations that want to have, like in next month, I'm doing a women's retreat for the Unity Church of Overland Park. And I do what I call spiritual nagging. You know, people say to me, I'm having a challenge with blah, blah. And I say, okay, so tell me about it. And they start dumping negative. And then I just rephrase it right back to them like a parrot, except that I've rearranged the words to take all the negative out. And first they stop because it's like cold water in your face. And then they go, oh, I never thought of it like that. It's called reframing. That's the technical term for what I do, reframing. And I'm really good at it because I've been doing it for so long.
Yes.
And my hobbies are volunteering.
I missed that. Say that again.
I said my hobby is volunteering. I volunteer at 3 different places. I volunteer with Anton. I volunteer with the National Museum of Toys and Miniatures. Oh boy, is that fun, as you know. And I volunteer with Kansas City Gift, which is a nonprofit that helps disadvantaged people start up businesses, and it trains them so that they set them up for success. They don't just give them money and walk away. They actually teach them how to do what it is they want to do so they can be successful. And then I also volunteer with the Kansas City Shepherd Center, which is a nonprofit that is almost exclusively volunteer, and it's seniors supporting seniors. That's their tagline: seniors supporting seniors.
Beautiful. Yes. I will say I have always deeply admired your dedication to volunteering outside of the New Thought organizations, if you will. Not that you don't do your work inside, because obviously that's what we're here talking about today, but that you I remember the first time I walked into the Anton conference and the Anton retreat and saw you there, and I was like, oh my God, this is so perfect, because we've worked together in the past and been connected in the past, and it kind of lost touch with each other and COVID and all of that stuff. And then the first time I walked into an Anton conference, there you are, and I'm just like, oh, this is so perfect. I knew I was home. Let's put it that way.
There you go. That's in fact, one year that was the theme was welcome home. But I think we ought to be wearing buttons that say welcome home, because that's really what it feels like when you walk into an Anton retreat. It's a love fest, but it's different from the ones that you have with your relatives. Because I didn't say family because it is family, but it's not relatives. And so you don't have the kind of personality clashes that you have when you live with people 24/7. And we can do, 14 hours a day for 5 days without killing each other and have a really great time doing
it. Yes, we can. And then we see you next year. So while we're talking about it, folks, the Affiliated New Thought Network, the retreat this year, 2025, the theme is Deep Within, Mining Our Hidden Treasures. The link is going across your screen on where you can learn more and register for this year's retreat. And I want to say another kudos before we talk about how much fun it is, I was part of the impetus. I remember very clearly, I was at a conference with the International New Thought Alliance in Chicago, and I was talking with Reverend Dr. Bill Marcioni, and I said to him, this is all well and good. We come to town, we bring a lot of people, maybe we leave some money behind, but have we left an impact on the community? Have we left a mark that the community can point to? And Dr. Bill picked up that and ran with it, and ran right over to Anton with it. And the board at Anton, before I was on the board said, this is a great idea. What can we do? And so for the last several years, Anton has been partnering with a local nonprofit there in the Kansas City area, so that when we come to town, we have an opportunity to learn a little bit more about other good works that are going on. And yeah, we leave some money behind, but I also believe that now we've done it a few years, we're gaining some a kind of a reputation there. And the kudos I want to give is to you, because you've been really instrumental in helping to find and identify the nonprofits that are doing the good work in Kansas City there. So tell us a little bit about who we're supporting this year.
Oh, this year's a pop-up. We call it a pop-up fundraiser. This year it's oh gosh, the name just flew out of my mind, but it's an organization that supports foster families.
Foster Adopt, yep.
Puts foster and adoption and puts the families together and supports them, and they're nationwide, but they have a big presence here in Kansas City, and it is to foster families what Anton is to me, and that is it helps them build a family. It deals with whatever the problems are that comes up. It deals with whatever, I shouldn't say problems, I should say challenges are that come up, and it empowers people to be able to grow into whatever it is they're trying to do. And like I said, it's nationwide, and there are so very many children in this country who need foster care, who are too young to be taking care of themselves, and they really need foster care. And there are a lot of people who really want to do that, but they don't have any idea how to get involved. This is an organization that comes at it from both directions, and I just think it's wonderful.
Yeah. I know from being on the board, when the recommendations came in this year, there's always a great selection of opportunities on where we can contribute and who we can become involved with. And it really felt that Foster Adopt is in alignment with a number of other initiatives that I'm not allowed to speak about just yet, but we're getting there, folks, around Anton. And we're very conscious as a board. We're very conscious that it's not just, what might look good, but that nonprofits have a proven track record, that they've proven they're doing some good in the world. I will say on a side note, we're right now looking at how we prioritize a collective contribution, not just financially, but in words and deeds and actions and leadership towards some of the UN, the United Nations sustainability goals. which has been a conversation running through Anton as well. So knowing you, when we get there, Dr. Sharri, you're going to be the first one in line to stand up and say, yeah, I'll help. How can I help? I'm ready to help. So I personally, and I know so many, love that about you. And that to me seems like I want to kind of switch here a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about your roles that you play at the retreat, but also the fun that you get to have, because I don't know if I've ever glanced across the room and not seen you having a good time at this retreat. And you do a lot of work to keep the retreat going. So there's plenty of opportunities where I could, and you could very easily be like, yeah, I need a nap, or okay, enough already. But that's not how I see it. Every time I see you, you're in that joy phase. You're finding ways to contribute. You're helping to keep the things running and everything moving smoothly. But my sense is you really get to have a good time too. And I'm interested, like, what's the good time for you in all of this?
Well, the good time for me is, for one thing, I live 11 minutes from Unity Village, which is where the retreat is. So I always have one or two friends from across the country who come to spend that week with me so they can come to the Anton retreat. And so I'm a taxi service for that. But I'm on the team that determines everything that's going to happen about the retreat. This year, I'm taking a new role that I haven't had before that I'm really excited about. I'm organizing the special treat that we have as Anton members at the retreat. It's at Unity Village, and Unity Village has a 24/7 prayer chapel that's been going on for over 125 years, called Silent Unity. And they have 30-minute shifts in this prayer chapel, and it's silent prayer. You just sit there and soak up the energy and bounce it back. And they let us take, I think it's 3 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon, 3 shifts. And you only get to have one because there are a lot more people than there are shifts. And it's, once somebody's done it, they want to do it 6 times more. It's a powerful gift that we share. Unity and the Anton people who are in that chapel share. That is just wonderful. I do a workshop every year. This year I'm doing a mandala workshop. So I'll have my little wagon full of art supplies and pull it in and get people started. I always sign up to be a greeter, because a greeter is really a greeter/hugger. That's somebody who stands at the front door and hugs everybody who comes in.
Yes.
I usually am on one of the prayer shifts. We have a team that has somebody for the morning sessions and somebody for the evening sessions who just sits in the back and holds the consciousness. When people put prayers in the prayer box, that's the person who takes them out and prays over them. I love doing that too, because it is my family. Anton is absolutely my family. And to feel like I'm giving him anything is wonderful, but to feel like I'm giving him godness, well, that's as good as it gets. What else do I do? I chauffeur people. I show people around the village, because my first time at Unity Village was in 1975. So I know where everything is. And I can help people find it. I do not sell raffle tickets. That's somebody else's job. But I do help in other ways. Like one year, they left the decorations for the altar. Somebody forgot them. So I just came home and got some stuff and took it back and decorated the altar. So there are things like that. But probably one of my most favorite things to do, other than the Silent Unity, is the auction. Yeah. I get to help set up the silent auction, and I get to help run the regular auction. I get to be the Vanna White of the auction, bringing things to people. And that's just so much fun, because it's really exciting. And I see a lot of back and forth with the bidding, but it's all so good natured. It's all so love inspired that it's just, and we have some of the craziest stuff in the auction. And always exactly the right person gets it.
Oh yeah.
So that's one of my favorite things to do.
They're a little tough to see, but the hands that are the bookends holding up that Deborah Johnson book right there, those bookends hands, those were a silent auction item that I got my very first year. So always all kinds of fun stuff and interesting. And here's the thing: I love that people don't just show up to the auction with a gift card or a toolkit they bought from Lowe's or Home Depot. They're often
it on purpose.
but they are often meaningful gifts and things that you can add to your own altar, add to your own spiritual environment, or pick up as gifts for others.
And sometimes they're really fun. I'm giving something this year that I gave a couple years ago, didn't do last year, and a bunch of people wanted to know why not. That's a gift certificate for any knitted or crocheted item you want. All you have to do is tell me what you want, tell me what color, and give me the measurements I ask for, and I will make it for you. And I didn't do that last year, but when Dr. Michelle showed up wearing the sweater she had won, I was voluntold that I would be doing it this year.
Well, yes, we are kind of big on voluntelling people. So that's one of the reasons, folks. Join us. You're welcome to join us if you'd like to be a part of planning for next year. We're always taking people on the planning team. But if you miss a planning team meeting, you're often let know of what you missed by your name's been put on several assignments as well. So if you miss a meeting, that's why everybody shows up to all the meetings, because if you miss a meeting, you get voluntold something.
Oh, but there's one other reason you don't want to miss a meeting, because Martha's always there, and there is nothing in the world like being loved by Martha Creek.
Yes, exactly. And
calls everybody by name and tells them why she loves them.
Absolutely. Well, here's one of the things we want to talk about, because I know that you're going to be involved as a greeter, and we're really doing something special with this retreat this summer, this year, and that's the Raise the Roof Open House. Anton is very blessed to be hosting our retreat inside the brand new remodeled Goppert Center and on Unity Village. And I've been in the building. You've been in the building. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely amazing. But look at what's going to happen. Ricky Byers and Martha Creek together on the same stage. And here's the wild part. I think you were there for the conversation. But we're giving it all away for free. At least Tuesday night we are.
Tuesday night, anybody who can get there can see Ricky Byers. They can hear Martha Creek. They can find out all about Anton. They can do a candlelight labyrinth walk on the biggest mosaic labyrinth on the North American continent. They can sample the music. I mean, there's just so much going on, and we've got pretty much all hands on deck for that Tuesday night. Nobody is going to be wandering around wondering where something is. You practically have your personal guide. All you have to do is look for somebody wearing a stole.
Yep.
And we've invited people all over the metropolitan area to be there.
Exactly. Anyone anywhere near Unity Village that Tuesday, you're welcome to join us. We do ask that you register, so use that same link, anton.org/2025-retreat, and you can register for free for the Tuesday night event. Obviously, if you'd like to register for the whole week, we'd love to have you with us, and there's still room available. But for Tuesday night, and one of the things I learned is the community around the area is really stepping up to support us. A group of people have come together and said, well, that's kind of to get there and to get dinner and then still get there might be a little tough. So we have some folks that have come together and are going to offer a free meal. No details that I have as far as what, but it is Kansas City. So if there isn't barbecue, I'll be surprised. But there'll be a free meal for those in the area, so you can come, get fed, and then get spiritually fed and have a heck of an evening. And I have been known to drive the 9 hours from Denver over to Unity Village just to walk that labyrinth. So to walk it at night, we've done that for a few years now. It's a really, really special experience to walk it by candlelight And the team that puts that all together goes to great love and consciousness to make that happen for us as well.
It's a once in a lifetime experience. It really is.
Except we get to do it every year.
Here's the thing. It's that labyrinth doesn't go anywhere. Nothing about the labyrinth changes, but something about walking it changes us. And so the same person who walks it this year isn't the person who walked it last
year. Yeah.
It really is a once in a lifetime experience that you want to remember every chance you get.
Amen. All right. So what are you looking forward to the most this year? You have all the inside info, and there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of speakers. And I will say, folks, I will be there in regalia because I get the opportunity to speak on Wednesday night as part of the keynotes for Wednesday night. But with the insider information that you have, Dr. Sharri, what are you most looking forward to?
Well, there are several things that are competing for most looking forward to. Martha Creek and Ricky Byers is a big one. We have some great speakers this time, and I like the way they've balanced the keynotes with the power talks. I'm excited about doing the Silent Unity vigils. But the thing I miss the most, the thing I think about the most after I come home at the end of the week and until we start up again, is the hugs. I hug people once a year because they come from all over the country to be here, but they're my family. And it really is like a big family reunion. I go home more than I was when I got there. The talks are fabulous. I'm looking forward to the graduation too, because I wasn't part of the Anton faculty last year, and now I am, and it's kind of special because that's where I got my doctorate. It's where you got your doctorate, and I'm going to be part of leading other people through that threshold, which is really kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Big work that you're doing there. So let's shout out some names for people. You may know some of these names, you may not. Tanya Beverly is going to be with us with a keynote. She spoke at with a power talk last year that was just barn burners. Janine Burns will be back with a keynote address. I will be there with a keynote address. Sonny Cantrell Smith is going to be speaking for us. Michelle Izugwu and of course Martha Creek on Tuesday night. We also have a long lineup of power talkers: Reverend P.J. Stanley, Reverend Elizabeth Rowley Hogue, Charisse Patron, Reverend James Mellon, Reverend Dr. Bill Marcioni, Reverend Bobby Kaiser, Reverend Paul Hoyt, Reverend Eamon Duffy, my dearly beloved Laura Brzezinski, and you know, I want to stress on this because you and I were sharing before we started this broadcast that while there are a lot of members of Anton with a lot of letters before our name and after our name and sometimes in the middle of our names, Anton really is not a ministry. I loved how you said it. It's not a gathering of ministers kvetching about their ministries. It's not just, and we've been saying this for a few years now in our marketing, that it's not just for ministers. Yeah, the ministers have a tendency to fill up the speaker slots a little bit. But this really is for anyone that wants to be uplifted, inspired, learn more about, engage more with leaders of all stripes and of all, let's say, length of service. Tell me a little bit about your perception there. What's here for the regular folk, as it were?
What's here for the regular folk is the same kind of support that that the Vatican gives to priests and nuns. I mean, you get a love bath when you're there. Everybody loves on you when you're there. But when the doors close at the end of the week and you go away, you're still connected. People are still checking in on you. People are still aware of what's going on. If you need help, there are 16 different ways you can contact Anton and get help, from everything from having one of your books sold on our website to getting a grant to come back next year, to learning what's available for educational opportunities. I mean, we have a Sacred Connections team that you can contact them, and they'll send you cards and letters and pray on you and you don't even have to say why. You can just say, please pray for me. Yeah. And you'll still get cards and letters and lots of prayer. It's just that it's like having, do you remember when they used to have family plans on the cell phones?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You'd get a phone bill every year, and it would have the names of all the people who had phones hooked to your account. Yep. Well, it's kind of like having that without the fee. It's like there's a heart connection that happens, and nobody and nothing could ever break it. Yeah. And it's 24/7, 365. Beautiful. We have the retreat, which is fabulous, but we also have a really outstanding seminar workshop program that once a quarter we have a workshop that everybody would pay big bucks to be, that is free for members. Yeah. And it's so expensive if you're not a member, 25 whole bucks, please. I mean, that's just one of the things that Anton does.
And Reverend PJ Stanley heads up that program, and she does an amazing job of getting amazing speakers that are foundational to our understanding, our existence, our experience of New Thought. Edwin Gaines comes to mind. And coming up later this month, we've got Mary Manor Morrissey on tap for a week Thought Leader Thursday, and then a weekend workshop, a Saturday morning workshop.
I was just about to mention Thought Leader Thursday, because one of the ways you stay connected is that the last Thursday of every month, there's a PJ again, a program where somebody you really like to hear about comes and answers questions and talks, and so you get like a refresher. And then on Tuesdays, I think it's Tuesdays, isn't it? Tuesday when we have the prayer call. And yep. So you can go in and it's all by Zoom. Life is by Zoom now, but that's what happens when you have people spread out across an entire continent. And let's face it, we have people coming to these programs from Canada and from Mexico too, because Zoom reaches that far.
Yep.
So and they're all recorded so that people can archive, so people can go and listen to them later if they've missed one.
Exactly, and that's why we get together in person once a year at least, but always in person once a year for the retreat. So before we run out of time here, I want to share just a little something with the folks. One of our other presenters and a longtime member now is Reverend Dr. Sydney Steen out of the North Hollywood Church of Religious Science, and she was gracious enough to record a little message for us. So we're going to watch that now, folks, and we'll be right back and wrap this up with Dr. Sharri. Stay tuned.
Well, hello there. This is Dr. Sydney Steen. I am the senior minister and spiritual leader of the North Hollywood Church of Religious Science. We are a oneness center for spiritual living. And I just want to invite you to something that I think is really, really special. In October, from the 6th to the 10th, at Unity Village in Lee Summit, Missouri, the affiliated New Thought Network will be hosting the most wonderful retreat. This will serve your soul. It will lift your heart. And oh my goodness, I want to call it an advance. So come hear wonderful speakers like Martha Creek, Sonny Cantrell, and the music will be off the hook with Ricky Byers. There will be so much there to support your soul. I hope that you will join us. You can go to anton.org. That's antn.org. You can get all the information. You can sign up. You can use a credit card, and it is safe and secure, and I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.
Connecting the New Thought movement through consciousness and love. Got it. So looking forward to this. So, and you were just mentioning it, and we mentioned it there on that ad as well, folks. Virtual registration is available. If you're not able to travel, if you cannot make the schedule to be with us live in Unity Village, and I'm going to tell you, it's a transformative experience. I never miss it I'm not going to miss it. And for so many, it's a not miss event out of the year. But if you can't be with us, you can still head on over to the website. Virtual registration is available. And we have if I say so myself, we got a pretty good tech team that makes sure the Zoom people can hear what's going on in the room, and the people in the room can connect with the people that are in Zoom, and we can connect the two, and we do as best we can and as often as we can throughout the retreat. So virtual attendance, I happen to think it's one of the better retreat experiences for being virtual that I've seen.
And that's because the team makes a point of having people whose job it is to be manning that Zoom screen, so that when somebody's on the Zoom and they have a question or they have a concern, there's another face there. They're not just looking at a blank screen or just seeing the big auditorium. There are people whose calling is to serve on the virtual retreat team. So it's not the same as any other Zoom thing you did.
Exactly. Dr. Sharri, we have, of course, you and I getting together and chatting, we have run over time, but how wonderful it's been to be with you today for a little bit. I'm so grateful that you had time to be able to do this and to share with everybody. And look, I'm going to say it this way. We'll be driving in on Saturday, and your place is my first stop for a hug. So
there it is.
There it is.
Thank you. I'm so glad I got the opportunity to do this.
Thank you. Thanks for being with us. And thank you, dear ones, for tuning in here on the New Thought Media Network today in partnership with the affiliated New Thought Network and their retreat Deep Within, Mining Our Hidden Treasures. You can learn more on their website. The dates are October 6th through the 10th at Unity Village. I'm Dr. Robert. I'm going to get out of here for now. But until next time, please know that we wish you peace and richest blessings. Bye now.